Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and it's almost 2024. So I haven't been posting on this channel a lot this year because I have been very busy. I did post two fairly decently sized videos though, one in March where I ranked all of the Fall Out Boy albums and one in September where I did a whole thing on Halloween Horror Nights. I am very proud of these pieces because they took a lot of research and scripting and a lot of editing, and so I'm very happy with the two pieces that I did for this channel this year. I also posted a couple of shorts, so if you're subscribed you might have seen some of those. They're basically just my recycled TikToks, but anything to keep my channel active, right? I want to try and change that in 2024, but we'll get to that a little bit later when I start talking about my 2024 New Year's resolutions. For now, let's talk about 2023, my busy year. I have taken about 8 trips this year, and that included a couple of trips down to South Florida. I was telling my friend the other day, I think that I really just haven't stopped going since like June. I think like I have had some event or some trip or some get together or something almost every single weekend since June, which is really exciting, but it's very exhausting. Very fun, but very exhausting. So back in January, I finally took the leap and I started going to these Universal Orlando meetups. I've been a part of this Facebook group for a while, and it's basically just a bunch of people who love Universal Orlando, and every so often they'll meet up and you make friends that way. And so I started going in January. I decided to just take the leap and go to one of the daily meetups, and I'm so happy that I did. I have made such incredible friends through that group, and I cannot wait to see them and hang out with them more next year. Hi guys, I know you're watching this. I'm so sorry that I've been really absent lately, but I'm so glad to call you all friends, and I can't wait to see you again very soon. In this digital age of online friendships, it's just really nice to meet somebody in person, make friends sort of the old-fashioned way, hanging out in a place that everybody loves, and it's like there's always something to do at the theme parks, so it's just a wonderful little community, and I'm very happy to have been welcomed so kindly and so graciously by such lovely, wonderful people. In March, I took a trip for my birthday to Disneyland with Melissa. I hadn't been there in a while and I missed it, so I definitely had to make the trip. I'm probably gonna do it again next year because I'm already gonna be on the West Coast, so I'm really hoping that I get the chance to go to Disneyland again for my birthday this year. I just love that park. It is so cute. And it was just such a wonderful little vacation with Melissa. We went to the WB studios and it was just fun to explore LA with her. In June, I met up with Elise again in Chicago to see Fall Out Boy's So Much for Tourdust opening date. It was absolutely amazing. Nobody had any idea what to expect of that magic 8-ball on that first night. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a great time. I made a bunch of TikToks for my outfits. I passed out the Stitch keychains that I made of their lyrics in exchange for friendship bracelets. One of my TikToks even went a little bit viral. I consider anything over 10K views viral for me, so yeah, that's what I mean. But if you don't follow me on TikTok, feel free. I'm at ShoddyContent. So, you know, there's that. At the end of July, I met up in St. Augustine with the Bride Squad to celebrate my wonderful Biffle Alyssa and her bachelorette weekend. We had such a fun time doing ghost tours and boat tours and drinking and swimming. Of course, there were themed nights. We did a goth night and a neon night, and trust me, those neon wigs did not leave the house. A week or so after bachelorette weekend, I was on a plane to Buffalo to go to my cousin's wedding. It was probably one of the most beautiful, elegant, elaborate, fancy weddings I will ever go to. It was at this unbelievable Catholic church in Buffalo, and I could not believe my eyes when I saw this place. There were even fireworks at the end of the wedding. Like, I will never be at such an bougie wedding again. I just want to congratulate and thank the bride and groom, Alex and Caitlin, again for inviting me. It was so nice to spend the weekend with my family in Buffalo too. Buffalo has such good food, so we spent all the time not at the wedding, eating at all the staples. We had chicken wings, John and Mary's, Tom Hortons, and of course we had to stop at Antoinette's for some sponge candy. Mwah. Halloween Horror Nights started the first weekend of September this year, and baby, you know I had to go all out. I got a hotel for opening weekend, hung out with Alyssa and Amanda and Joe. I met up with my Universal friends, and we just had such a great time. I love Halloween Horror Nights so much. Of course, I got the season pass, and naturally I went every weekend I could manage. And at the end of September, it was time for Drew and Alyssa's wedding, so back down to South Florida I went, and I got to be a bridesmaid with a bunch of other very fantastic ladies. Gorgeous bride, handsome hubby, and beautiful wedding overall. I even held it together and didn't cry at all, at least not until the father-daughter dance. Then it was just waterworks. I couldn't handle it. I don't know what to tell you. I just love Alyssa so much, and we've been besties since 2004. So it's been 20 years. Oof. I'm looking forward to more Elizabeth hangs in 2024, so long as everything works out and she moves up to Orlando. In October, I was on a cruise to Alaska with Melissa for a bucket list trip that I've been dreaming about forever. I've always wanted to visit Alaska and thought, what better way than with a cruise? Now, I could honestly sit here and talk about this all day. It was incredible. Initially, I was going to make a whole cruise vlog, but it never panned out with everything going on. So instead, I'll just insert some footage here. We even had the perfect weather the entire time. They say that it rains like 300 days in Alaska, but for the 7 that we were there, it was blue skies and sunshine the whole time. It was definitely freezing, like definitely freezing, but no rain, no clouds, and more importantly, calm seas. So here's some footage of my trip. Alaska, I took a train ride down to Portland to meet up with Elise for a few days to celebrate Halloween at Halloween Town. And we also did some stereotypical fall activities that I don't normally get to do in Florida, like apple picking. When I got home from that trip, I participated in my second craft show of the year. After almost 2 years of cross-stitching and over 100 patterns done, I felt like it was time to try and put my stuff on sale and just see what happens. It wasn't the most successful sale, however, it was a lot of fun and a really good experience. I definitely hope to do a few more next year, even just a few small local craft shows would be great. Somewhere to meet fellow crafters and show off my skills. I do want to thank any of you who have supported me and my hobby this year. If you follow me on Instagram at ShoddyContent or at stitchdotpdf for my official stitches, you have seen my posts throughout the year. It was a hobby that I picked up just to have something to do while I watch YouTube at night, but now it's like a whole thing, and I just want to thank all of you for supporting. Thanksgiving was next, and then we took our annual trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. For 4 years straight, my mom, my dad, and I pack Miko in the car and we drive up to the mountains. A fun little getaway in the Smokies. I love it there so much, and I double love Dollywood. It's such a great theme park, and I even got to ride their new coaster, Big Bear Mountain. Is that what it's called? Pigeon Forge is always gorgeous in Christmas time, and I love the time that I get to spend with my parents. I am very lucky to still have both of them and have a good relationship with both of them too. Trust me, I don't take it for granted, and I love them both. But now here we are. We're in the thick of the holiday season, and by the time this video is posted, Christmas will be over, and I'm sure it was a great time. I'm going down to South Florida to spend it with my extended family, and we are supposedly having a very big extended family get-together this time, so that should be very interesting and very fun. I'm looking forward to it. And in a couple of days, it will be New Year's. We are looking 2024 right in the eyes. We are feeling no fear. We are setting up realistic resolutions. This year, I actually hit a lot of my New Year's resolutions from 2023. I have my list right here. So from my resolutions from 2023, just a few that I actually did. I did more stitches. I technically made more YouTube videos, if only 2 of them. I did watch more movies. I'm very bad at watching movies, so any amount of movies is more movies than I normally did, but I did watch 10 new movies. So I found new friends. I went to the Universal meetups and made a bunch of new friends. I renewed my Disney annual pass. I did start learning German, but I kind of fell off halfway through the year. I just wasn't doing it anymore, but I did learn for, I think it was 250 days straight. I was learning German on Duolingo. I did a garage sale and I did a craft show. And I renovated my bathroom, which was also on my list. So that's pretty good. That was about half of my list that I did. Now, so far in 2024, my New Year's resolutions is to travel less, because I traveled so much this year that I really just need to catch up on my savings. So I want to travel less. I want to travel maybe 3 times this year. I have a couple of ideas in mind, but for now, the goal is only to travel 3 times. I know, I'm the only person in the world who puts travel less on their New Year's resolution. I want to go to 3 Fall Out Boy shows, at least. I want to do at least 5 new YouTube videos. And I need to keep up on strengthening my core. Not for any fitness reasons, but because just after my back surgery like 2 years ago, I need to maintain the goodness that the surgery did for me, but I digress. I mentioned making new YouTube videos, so let's get right into that. As for this channel, next year I am excited to introduce a new series that I have in the works. I am hopping on the emo nostalgia train with a series looking into fandom and pop culture from the early 2000s. I'm going to aptly name it When We Were Young to capitalize on that sweet, sweet SEO. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, linked below, at ShoddyContent, you know I've been working hard on the first installment in the series, My Chemical Romance. I hope to touch on the early years, talk about their albums, any controversies and side projects, and then I want to get some fan feedback. I'm definitely going to expand it to all of the important bands from that time period. Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Taking Back Sunday, etc. But then, of course, I'd like to touch on pop culture events, TV shows, and movies from that era too. If that sounds like something you're into, please feel free to subscribe. I'm hoping to get at least one video a month out, maybe a couple of shorts in between. But yeah, that about covers 2023 for me. What are you guys up to? How are your holidays? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Did you keep any of your 2023 New Year's resolutions? Do you think New Year's resolutions are silly? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you had a good 2023, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of me in 2024. I hope you all have a good, happy, safe New Year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!